Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Middleware Technologies. Today we will be looking at how we can convert a plain playbook, Ansible playbook into a rule. Okay, so in our last video, we have seen how we can use the Ansible playbook to automate the installation and configuration of the Postgres SQL database. Okay, so in this video, we will try to convert that Postgres SQL database automation playbook into a role by utilizing the other features of the role. Okay, so let me show you. So this is the documentation that I would be referring for this video to show you how we can create the role and use that for automating the Postgres SQL database installation and configuration. But before that, let me just give you a quick overview of what we done in our last video. Okay, so this is a playbook that we have installed in our last video, which actually installs and configures the Postgres SQL database. So as you can see, we have created the RPM repository for Postgres SQL database, installed the Postgres SQL database package, and we did some configuration changes so that the database will be accessed from all the interfaces and remote access is enabled. And after that, we have started the services. Okay, so this was the first playbook that we have created and installed, and the other playbook that we have configured created was to use the Ansible Postgres SQL module to create some databases on the server. Okay, so but here we have already we have hard coded the values like the RPM URL and the version of the PostgreSQL and the files that we want to copy onto the manager node. Okay, the SQL scripts or that the SQL database username and password, those values are also hard coded. Okay, so let's see how we can convert this playbook into a PostgreSQL Ansible role with which we will be able to divide these sections into a well-defined manner. Okay, so let me go into my folder wherein we have I have created the roles. Okay, so let me go to my documentation first. So everybody knows about Ansible. So Ansible is a configuration management tool. It basically helps you to configure your service as per your requirement, like by installing and configuring the required services, or it can also be used as a orchestration and deployment tool also, wherein you can manage the applications that are installed onto a particular server. And PostgreSQL database, it is an open source database which can be used as a RDMS database with various features. And yeah, so that is the basic thing about the PostgreSQL database, and you can read more about that on the documentation page for PostgreSQL. And the other one is the Ansible role, which we are concentrating more on this video. So Ansible role helps us to package all the tasks, variables, or templates, files related to a particular service configuration into a role. So that is the main purpose of role. Role helps us to package everything related to a particular service configuration into a particular folder structure, which can be reutilized in another playbook if required. Okay, so that is the purpose of role. So let me show you the first step of creating the role. So in order to create a role, we need to first create the folder structure which will incorporate all the details of a particular role. Okay, so what folders will be available in a role? So as you can see, I have created a folder, like this can be any folder which you want to create, and then we have created roles folder, and under this we have created multiple roles. Okay, so let me go into my shell and show you exactly what we have created. So this is my dummy folder, or any folder which you want to create on your server, and under that we have created the roles folder. Okay, so this roles folder contains all the roles which we will be executing to like configure our Postgres SQL database. So as you can see, like there are 5 roles which I have created: the common role, install role, configure, create, and query. Okay, so we'll elaborate on these 5 roles we have created. Okay, so let me go into my one of the role and show you the folder structure over there. So I'm going into the common underscore Postgres role. So you can see, like this is standard folders that we can create in a particular role. Like it will encompass like vars directory which holds the variables which we want to use in the Ansible playbook, the templates which we can use to like create the templates and like apply the required data into the template, so that can be utilized in the playbook. And the metadata, like it's not used much, but we have created this for for showing purpose over here. Libraries, if there are any plugins or libraries that you want to utilize, you can copy it over here in this folder. Handlers are basically a kind of sorry, the handlers are a kind of service place wherein you can put the services which we want to start. So basically, whenever we want to do a configuration changes, like there are multiple configuration changes we want to do on a particular server, but every configuration will need a restart of the services. So instead of doing the restart of the services every time, like we can just put a handler so that it will be called in the last, like once all the playbook task has been executed. Okay, and files is a place wherein we want to like place all the files that we want to copy it onto the destination server, like that is the manager node. And defaults, like this contains the variables that we want to provide with the default values in case we do not have variable defined in a playbook. Okay. And tasks, like this is the main part wherein we define all the relevant tasks related to a particular role. Okay, so these tasks will be executed when a particular role is getting executed. And one common thing about all these folders which we have created is they all need to contain a file called main.yaml. Okay, so this is the file that you need to create in all the folders, whether you are utilizing it or not utilizing it. But one thing, like if you are just going to utilize only the tasks folder, there is no need to create all these folders, so you can ignore it. But here I am showing it to for the purpose to show you like what all things we can utilize in a particular role. Okay, so if you are using only tasks, like you can create only the task folder like this one, and create the main.yaml file. So this way, like I have created all the roles. So let me show you the tree structure. So as you can see, we have a folder under which we have created the roles folder, and there are multiple roles we have created, and under each role we have created the subfolders which we might need or not need based on the requirement, but we have created here for to show. Okay, and under the subfolders we need to create the main.yaml file. Okay, so this is the folder structure. And yeah, on the top level folder, like we have created the trigger playbook which we are going to run. Okay, so as you can see, this is the main playbook that is going to call the respective rules in order to configure the server. Okay, so the installation configuration we are requires the installation of RPM packages and starting of the services, which we are doing with the root user. So that is the purpose of using the become and become underscore user over here. Okay, so let me go into my documentation. So as a first step, which I have showed, so we have created a dummy folder. Under this we have created the roles with all the subfolders in it, and this is the trigger playbook that we will be executing in order to run the execute the respective roles which we are going to call. Okay, so this is the first step, and the second step is we are here installing the Ansible Postgres SQL module which is required. This module helps us to connect to the database server once it is configured and up and running, and we can run queries like DDL, DML, or whatever queries we want to run to configure our database. Okay, so that is the purpose of installing this module. Okay, so this module I have already installed. Okay, so skipping community Postgres SQL is already installed, so you can install it if it is not available on your server. That is the controller node. Okay, so let us go into the third step, that is creating the trigger playbook. So as I mentioned, this is the main playbook from which we are going to call our roles. Okay, so let me go into my shell and show you the playbook which we have created. So as you can see, this playbook we are running with root privileges, and we are calling all this roles. Okay, but you can see there is one role which I have called differently. Okay, so I'll show you the purpose, why I have utilized this method. Basically I'm going to call this role using the normal user. Okay, so this main playbook is just a trigger playbook from which we are going to call all these roles. Okay, the common role, install role, config, create role, query role. Okay, so I have removed the configure role. Basically I am going to incorporate that configure role into the install Postgres. Okay, so let us go into each of the roles. So let me go into my first role. So this is the dummy trigger playbook which we have created in the step 3. Step 4 is the commons Postgres SQL database role. So let me go into my common Postgres role, and here the main thing that we have created is the tasks. So the common role is basically common to every server, wherein we want to get to know about the server, what is the operating system installed on that server, and we want to just update the server with the latest packages so that the server is up to date with all the latest upgrades and packages and security fixes. Okay, so that is the whole purpose of this common package, common role, which can be utilized in any playbook wherein we want to configure a particular server. For this purpose, like I am using a RPM based operating system, so I am using Fedora, so, that is a RPM based distribution. So here, like I'm getting the distribution which I'm utilizing using this task, and then I'm just printing, and then I'm just updating the packages on that server. So this is very basic role. And here let me show you the role again in the tree structure. So I'm not using any other folder or subdirectories over here other than the tasks folder, wherein we have updated the main.yaml file. Okay, so this is all about the common Postgres role. Let me go into my other role, which is install Postgres. So here let me first show you this folder structure. So as you can see, like there are two folders which we two files we have created here. That is the configuration files which we will be utilizing to configure our database, and we will be updating the tasks main.yaml file, which will utilize these files. Okay, so let me show you the tasks main.yaml file. So this is the same like playbook which we have used to in our last video, like to configure the PostgreSQL database. So basically we are creating the RPM package repository, checking if the database is initialized, and then we are initializing the database if it is not already initialized. And here, like you can see there is some difference from the last playbook. Like we are utilizing the variables over here. Okay, so I'll show you like where I have defined these variables. So and you can see the Postgres RPM repository variable also I am utilizing. Okay, so these two variables I have defined in the variable section, which I will show you. And yeah, so and the other thing after the initialization is allowing the remote connection, allowing the PostgreSQL database to listen on all the interfaces. So as you can see, like we are copying the folder by we are copying the file which we need to which we are required to configure the database by providing just the name. We are not providing any path of the file, so it is going to automatically pick up this file from the files folder which I have shown you previously. Okay, so this applies to both the configuration files, pg_hpa.conf file and postgresql.conf file, and we are copying it into the var lib pg_sql 14 data, wherein we have initialized the database cluster. Okay, and then we have started the service, and we have opened the firewall for PostgreSQL service. Okay, so this is the whole role which we are going to execute to install and configure the PostgreSQL database. So let me show you the variables that we have defined. So let me go into the folder vars and open the main.yaml file. So as you can see, like here I have defined the two variables, that is Postgres RPM repository and Postgres DB version, which I am utilizing in the tasks main.yaml file. So whatever variables which you feel which can be configured separately rather than hard coding the values in the task.yaml file, you can place it over here and utilize it. Okay, so that is the whole thing about the install Postgres, wherein we are installing the PostgreSQL database, configuring the database with the configuration files, and then starting the services and we are also opening the firewall for that service. So let us go into our next role. So configure, as I said, like I'm not utilizing it, so there is nothing over here, so I'll not go into that folder. Let me show you the create PostgreSQL DB role, and let us see the tree structure of this folder. So this is same, but let me show you what changes we have done. So let me go into the tasks first. So here we are actually connecting to the default database, that is Postgres, and we are going to create a new user using the PostgreSQL underscore user module. So here I'm instead of hard coding the username password, we are providing the variables which we are going to refer from the vars main.yaml file, wherein we have defined this user variables. Okay, so here so there is one thing I want to mention over here, like here I'm running this create database using the normal user and not the root user. Okay, so that is the purpose of utilizing the become and become underscore user over here, because in the main YAML YAML file which from where we are triggering the rule, we have configured the become and become underscore user to be called with root. But in order to override that one, we need to use the other user ID which from which we want to connect. Okay, so once the so this module is going to create the user with all this privileges, and the other one is we are creating a new database by connecting to the database with that host like which we have user which we have created. And yeah, these all variables we have hard coded, like db host I am going to utilize it separately, but username, password, port and database name are configured in the vars section. So let me show you the vars folder. So as you can see, I have defined the username, password, port and database name, which we are going to use in the create underscore Postgres role. So let me close this one and show you the last role. Let me go into my documentation. So I'm just so I completed showing you the commons role. Then we have seen the install role. And then we have seen the create underscore Postgres SQL DB role. Okay. And the last role is query underscore Postgres SQL database. Okay. So let me go into that role. And okay, let me show you the tree structure. Like there are two query SQL query files that I have created, which I am going to run it. Okay, or you can run it separately, like I'm going to run only one. Let me go into the tasks section and open the main.yaml file. So here I am going to run SQL query using the Postgres SQL underscore query. The other parts remain the same, like I am utilizing the username, password and the host name, port name and database name, to which I am going to connect and run this simple select version, which will show the PostgreSQL database version, and then I am going to print that version. Okay, which we have registered the output in var variable. Then I am going to copy the SQL file. So here you can see this file, we have kept it in the files folder, and we are copying it into the manager node in the temp section. and then I'm running that SQL script which we have copied using the PostgreSQL underscore query. Okay, so this is going to run, this is going to connect to the database using this credentials and port detail, host name and port details, and that is going to run this provision database SQL script, and then we are going to print that output. Okay, so let me go into my var section where we have defined those variables. So this is the same variables that we have defined in the create database. Okay, so one thing I wanted to mention here, so this query underscore database role which we are going to call with non-root user, that is admin user, which can SSH out to that server. But as you can see, like I am not utilizing the become and become underscore user over here to override in the playbook. Rather, I have defined them in the main trigger playbook which I have shown you initially. Okay, so here I've shown you initially. So we have defined this role query underscore database PostgreSQL underscore DB to be called with admin user. So this is the whole purpose of showing it differently, like how we can utilize it. Okay, so let me go into my roles again, query and files, wherein I have created the provision SQL query, which is going to be the same query which I have run explicitly, but this one we are running with the script. Okay, so these are the four roles which we have created, and we are going to call it using the main trigger playbook. Okay, so let me run this. Now that we have seen all the roles, so let us execute it. So there is one variable which I haven't defined in the vars folder of any of the role, that is PostgreSQL underscore Postgres underscore DB underscore host, which is going to refer to the host manager node IP address, wherein we are going to run this database. Okay, so let me run this one and show you. So it has got the distribution, printed the distribution, that is Fedora, updated the packages, configured the PostgreSQL database, installed, configure, install, check with the database if it is initialized. If it is not initialized, it will initialize, but this is skipped because it is already initialized, and we are allowing the PostgreSQL to be connected remotely and listen on all the interfaces. Okay, so these are all tasks defined in the install underscore Postgres role, and then we have started the services. Okay, allow PostgreSQL database service, connect to default database, and created the new database with name. Okay, and then we have executed some queries. These all are under the query database, query underscore Postgres underscore SQL underscore DB role. Okay, so you can see like this is the role name under which this task is executing, and this is the role name for the query underscore DB under which this task is getting executed. And as you can see, like it has printed the version of the PostgreSQL, that is 14, which we have installed on the server. And the same thing, like we have copied this SQL script and we are running that SQL script using the module, and this is the same output that we have received by running the query explicitly. Okay, so yeah, so that is the thing that I wanted to show you in this video. The whole purpose of this video is to show you how to create roles, utilize other features of the roles, and create our playbooks. Okay, so I hope you learned something new in this video. Thank you all. Thanks for watching this video, and you guys have a great day.